Now here we will study the first method of first order differential equation. How we will solve first order differential equation. There are so many methods, and the first method is separable variable. Let's start with some example. For instance, example number 1, if we have a differential equation of first order, and if we want to solve this differential equation, whenever we will solve differential equation, actually we will get the function, a function of y. Now dy over dx is equal to y by x. If we separate the variable, then what will happen? Now variables are separated. You can see all x variables are with dx and all y variables are with dy. Now after separating the variable, we have to integrate the above equation on both sides. And what will be the integration of 1 over y? Obviously the integration of 1 over y will be natural log of y. Integration of 1 over x will be natural log of x, plus, now there are two options. You can use only the constant of integration c, or you can use the constant of integration in this way, like natural log of c. Why we are using ln c over here? Because since we know the properties of log, whenever you have addition sign between them, in general the function will be multiplied with each other, and then by taking anti-log we will get the final function. The final function will be y is equal to cx. And actually this is one answer, but if someone wants to use only c instead of ln c, instead of natural log of c, then okay, the answer will be quite simple and no need to worry about that, but answer will be will not be the same. So this is one question. This answer is okay. If you want to use just c in this question particularly, so your answer will be natural log of y, which is equal to natural log of x plus c, and sometimes this will be the answer of this particular differential equation. So both answer will be fine. This is answer number 2, this is answer number 1, both answer will be fine. This is quite simple form in which you can see the function y is easily extractable, but over here you have to remove the log sign from here by taking anti-log on both sides, and then you can get the same answer. But don't you worry, in differential equation sometimes there you can use different method, so final answer can be different, so don't you worry about that. Example number 2. For instance, if we have dy over dx is equal to sin x. If we want to solve this differential equation, obviously it is a first order differential equation. So by separating the variable we will get this one, and then after integrating on both sides, the integral of dy will be y integral of sine will be minus cos of x and plus c. Sometimes students may ask, you have to integrate on both sides, but you only use c in the right side of the integral. Why you don't use c in the left side of the integral? Is it important or not? The answer of this question is yes, you can use the constant of integration on both sides. But what will happen? You can see over here cos of x plus c2. The integral on the left hand side will be c1, the constant on the left hand side will be c1 and the constant on the right hand side will be c2. Since they are constants, so their subtraction will be another constant. If we subtract c2 minus c1, so we will get another constant and name that constant is c. For instance, c is equal to c2 minus c1. So this answer is actually same with this particular answer. So both are okay, but the student of calculus can easily understand then that why we are using only one constant over here, because it is in our routine when we will solve multiple questions. So these things will be very simple for us, so that's why we can leave these steps and we can just use one c on right hand side of the function. So no need to use two different c on both sides. Now in example 3, if you have dy over dx 1 plus e raised to the power 2x. So you want to solve this differential equation by using the method of separable variable. Just separate the variable first. And then integrate. And what we will get at the end, just we get y x plus e raised to the power 2x divided by 2 plus c. So this is our final answer that we can get easily from this differential equation. Actually we can say this is not an answer, actually this is a function. If you want to check whether the final answer or the final function that we will get is exactly extracted from the same differential equation, if you want to check this, just differentiate this function, this final answer. If you finally get the same differential equation, it means you have done, otherwise there is some problem. Okay, just to check whether this answer is okay or not, differentiate both sides with respect to x. So you will get 1 plus 2 e raised to power 2x divided by 2, and the differential of c will be 0 since c is constant, and the derivative of any constant is always 0, and this 2 will be cancelled out, and after simplification you will get the same differential equation from where we started our question. It means actually whenever you solve a differential equation, actually you always get a function that is actually differentiated once will give you a differential equation like that. So this is, in this way you can check whether your answer is true or not. So these are very simple examples for the students of differential equation, and maybe some students think that these examples are so simple. In my point of view, whenever you want to convey the concept of any topic, you should start from a very basic and very simple and very easy examples. In this way you can easily convey your concept into the mind of the students. Actually students, everyone can get the concept easily if the examples are so simple. If you take a very big example, maybe students are fascinated by watching the example, since this is a very good example, a very big example, but sometimes students always feel it is a very big example, but sometimes this example can be very difficult to solve, and maybe if they are a beginner, so in this way they can think that differential equation is not a simple task, it is a very dangerous task. So we should start with the basic examples, and this is actually the motive of this course.